Hello and welcome to Dave the Suit, Horses for the Notebook. This is a John Gosden and Thady Gosden special. The reason I'm putting this out is I've had quite a few runners since the start of the season. 17 on turf total, and he's not had a winner. Some of them are going out like street lights, they really are. Johnny G, or John and Thady Gosden. He's not having a good start to the season, I'm telling you now. In the last 14 days, that's since the start of the flat season, 29th of March, he's not had a single winner on turf. He's had 3 winners on the all-weather. Chelmsford, Southwell and Kempton. All 3 of those ran in October, by the way. If you're following him on the turf, you'll be selling the big issue soon. Look at this. Doncaster, 11 of 4, even money. 4th of 6, 7th of 11. Yarmouth, 4 of 1, last at 5th of 6, beaten 6th length. Yarmouth, 5 to 4 favourite, 5th of 7. Nottingham came second, beaten 4 1/4 length at 5 to 1. Newbury, 6 of 11. Newbury again, 4th of 10, 5 3/4 lengths. Newbury, 2 to 1 joint favourite, got beat 6 1/4 length. Newbury, 8th of 9. Newbury, 3rd of 9, beaten 4 1/4. Newbury, 6 of 11, beaten 3 1/2. Newbury, 6th of 10, beaten 5 1/2. Newbury, 10th of 12, beaten 9 1/2. And then a couple of short ones at Newbury. 2nd of 7, 11 to 8 favourite, beaten 3 1/4. Newbury again, 5th of 14, beaten 3 1/4, 5 to 1 favourite. He's not had a winner on turf yet. Turf, a 2-year-old, no good. Turf, 3-year-olds, 13 runs. He's had 4 placed. 4-year-olds, 3 runs, not even in first 3, none of them. Now it says that 42% of his horses are running to form. I think they might be including the all-weather winners. That's in the last 14 days. His turf horses aren't. I've got 4, 3 I'm going to show you their last run, and one of them I'm just going to give a mention to at the end. So the first one is called Cajoled. It debuted at Newbury on Friday, over 7 furlongs in a novice stake. Let's have a look at the race. So the horse I'm interested in is coming out of the 2 stall. There it is. It's actually a grey horse, very dark grey, and it's in the 2nd colours of the Cheveley Park stud. The actual winner is the 1st colours of the Cheveley Park stud, which was called Consecrated, in the blue cap, coming out of 5. But it's Cajole that I'm interested in. So look at the start. Gets out a little bit slow. Quite a lot slow, actually. As you can see, as they drove level with the camera, Cajole is an absolute solid 6 lengths off the leader. 6 lengths easily. And he's kind of on the far side of the group in last. Let's have a look what happens. Pulls it out, pulls it right across. Now, when you move a horse sideways, you do lose a bit of ground. Pulls it out. And it comes on this side. It is being pushed, as are several of these, and 1 or 2 of them are being hit. And it comes on. And it is gaining a little bit, and it just starts to tire. I think it's staying on, but I think it is tiring. And it beats there, a total, officially, 5 3/4 lengths. What you saw there were the first colours of the Cheveley Park stud win. A horse called Consecrated out of Frankel, led all the way, a bit like Frankel did. And Cajole ran on quite well there, and he got beat 5 3/4 length by the win. It did look like a big 5 3/4, I've got to say that, but Cajole gave it at least 6 lengths start in the first furlong. It was slowly out. I think it will come on a lot for that race. That was its first run ever. It's out of Dubai. I think it'll improve for a step up in trip, and I just think it'll improve anyway just for its debut run. The Gosden horses, they're not pulling up stakes. On to the second horse, which is called Marnier. This is a 10 furlong novice stakes at Newbury. It was 12 to 1 this day. Here's the race. So the horse I'm interested in is in the pink colours, coming out of stall 5. It's called Marnier, again John Gosden's. Let's see what happens. So we come out, and again the horse is very slow out the stalls again. This seems to be rather a common occurrence. And he's next to last. And he brings it across eventually onto the rail as they approach the bend. And there we go, we're going around the bend, and it's next to last. So we're going down the back straight. It's a mile 2 race, and it's still next to last. Now as they come round the bend, coming into the straight, we've got 5 furlongs to run, and he starts moving up on the rail. But as they are into the straight, he's not really got anywhere to go, has he? He's got a couple of horses on his side and 1 or 2 in front on the rail. Now he does manage to get up on the rail. Now what I want you to watch now is the jockey pulls it off the rail. I think he's seen something. I'll tell you what I think he's seen. The horse in the lead goes lame, and I think the jockey sees that the horse is lame before it is, or before the jockey on the horse in the lead knows. Now it's got a very funny action now, very funny action, and I think he's seen something. Look how high its legs going here. Now watch, he pulls it out. He's seen something. Look at these legs up in the air like this. This is not a natural. This is definitely not natural. And he pulls this out. Watch. Well, he knows that horse is going to break down. Look, you can tell it's not right. And then it collapses. It collapses. And he's moved this out. Watch. Look, the leader collapses. Now, it didn't step in a hole. The leg was going, and it went. So what he does on John Gosden's horse, Marnier, he brings it back to the rail. He's gone round the horse, he's brought it back to the rail. He's not too harsh on it, he's just giving it a bit of hands and heels. And the horse finishes 3rd. So the form says slowly away, in rear, good headway against far rail from over 3 out, switched right 2 furlongs out, soon left in 3rd, but hung left, kept on inside final furlong. Actually say it was promising, and it was 12 to 1. Now Marnier, 10 furlongs, I'm not 100% sure it would have suited. So that Saxon Warrior, which was a 9 furlong horse, maybe. I mean, John Gosden, he knows what he's doing, I suppose. And it did stay on. Well, as you saw there, the horse broke down, went lame. Marnier was switched out off the rail and then ended up back on the rail, staying on, not unduly, not pressed too much. And again, I think that will come on for that race. It was a decent rating for the race, by my estimate, a decent time. And I think it's a winner in waiting. The Gosden horses do look as though they are in need of their first outing. My third horse is called On, O-R-N-E. You'll see it up here. It was 14-1 this day. It was in a 6 furlong handicap. Here's the race. Here he's coming out of the 4 box in the grey colours with the burgundy cap. The horse is called On, and this is a 6 furlong race at Newbury. Here he comes. And it's a so-so. I mean, the horse is not in, or the jockey's not in a hurry to get a great position, and it's in next to last. So we're coming to the 2 pole, and it's still next to last. So he brings it left here. Comes between horses quite nicely. He's pushing it along. Gives it a crack there. Coming to the line. And it comes 6. There it is. So this was the race. 6 furlong on good ground at Newbury. The ground wasn't actually good. It was good to firm in places. Okay, decent handicap, 0 out of 95. But there wasn't a lot of strength in this handicap. They're all in the mid-80s. And On was 14-1 for marker 94. Carrying 9-9 with Kieran Schumacher on. And it got beat 3.5 length. Let's have a quick look at the form of On. Now, it's not a prolific winner. It does do a bit better on the all-weather with the place action. Currently running off 94, as I said. But if you look, let's have a look at its winning form. Now, what we've got here is a 2-year-old. It won a Group 3 race at Newmarket over 7 on heavy ground. And last year, May 24, this was a really good 6 furlong Group 2 race as a 3-year-old. But it was a good race. 110 in the lead. You got Purasange here off 104. Or running, rated 104. And Van Dijk, 119 horse in 3rd. No match for the winner. Disputed lead. Lost position 2 out. Kept on final furlong. No match for the winner. The Newbury. I think the ground was too firm for it. Good to firm in places. At Doncaster, it went out like a light. It was right up there, and it stopped like it was shot. 40-1 with a £5 claimer on it. Let me just show you that form. It's well down the field. Took keen hold, pressed leader, lost second over 2 out, weakened when short of room over 1 out. It weakened like it was shot. It really did. So there we had On over 6 furlongs. Prior to that, it ran in the Lincoln under a £3 claimer, went out like a light after racing prominently. And that was a better showing. Now, the horse does need, I believe, cut. I think the form speaks for itself. If you look at its 3-year-old form and its 2-year-old form, it does look a better horse with cut in the ground. I think it could be off a decent mark. I don't know what distance it'll win at, whether it'll be 6 furlong, 7 furlong, or even a mile. Put it in the notebook. You try and profile the horse. I've had a little bit of a go at it there. I think it will be winning soon, but I do think we need a touch of rain. That was a very fast time, that race. It was 0.29 seconds slower than standard, which is pretty good, even though the ground, it was on the firm side of good, I would say. It was good to firm in places. Now I want to give an honourable mention for Curradoo King, which ran over 1.2 miles at the Lincoln meeting. They put it in a poor position and it stayed on really, really well. Just missed out on a place. That was its third run. It'll be given a handicap mark, and I think it's capable of picking up a tidy little handicap for John Gosden. Now, as I said earlier, John Gosden, 13 3-year-olds, nothing. 3 4-year-olds, nothing. And 1 2-year-old. He's not had a winner on turf since the start of the season. So John Gosden he's just not having winners. All his horses look as though they need a run. There was a horse called Palmerian, and they made it even money favourite over 7 furlongs in a 3-year-old novice race at Doncaster. And I know there were 3-year-olds, but honestly, I've seen bigger Jack Russells. The horse has not progressed. He pulled a little bit, was a little bit coltish. But just looking at the horse, you wouldn't have backed it. Even money went out like a lie. Just got beat 10 length. He's having some big prices, a 40-1 16s. And that one was even money. He got no chance of winning. Just looking at the horse, you could tell. So, John Gosden, he's got a lot of horses running at Newmarket this week. It's the Craven meeting, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Watch his horses. He's got some debutants. He's got some seasonal debut horses, particularly his 3-year-olds. And he's also got a couple of horses that have had a run this season. So have a good look at them. Don't go crazy with any of them, because obviously the horses do look as though they need a run. But he'll have some decent ammunition this week. So have a good look with an eye to the future. So, gambling, backing horses, it's not a team sport. We all know that. You're your own man, it's your wallet, it's your money, you do with it as you will. But if we all work together on this, I can put the horses for the notebook, I can put them out, and we can do a little bit of teamwork. I've got over 2,000 subscribers, a lot more sometimes watch the videos, and that's thousands of pairs of eyes. Now I know the bookies, they've got a fantastic, let's call it, network of spies, better than the KGB. But I'm sure if we all pull together, and if you see a horse that you think the jockey wasn't trying maybe as much as he ought to have, or the horse was just unlucky in running, got boxed in and the jockey couldn't do anything about it, and maybe he might have won or achieved at least a better position, running off maybe a lower handicap mark and ready to win, put it in the comment section of one of my latest videos, this one, or one where I put a selection out. Put the name of the horse, the meeting and the time of the race. Have a good look at it, and if I think you're onto something, I'll put it out there for everyone to see. Now, some people will think, well, I'm going to keep it to myself. Maybe someone hasn't seen this, and I am looking for the less obvious ones. Don't be selfish. Put it out there. Don't just be a taker in life. Be a giver, and you'll get a lot more in return from viewers of this channel. I will link a video, Horses for the Notebook, which I put out on Sunday. 1 or 2 of them I think are running this week. In fact, I know we're running this week. And also, how to profile a horse will be here, or vice versa. So, this is Dave the Soap with a John Gosden special, Horses for the Notebook. Bye for now.